Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. So we have Yuvavir Vijeta with us from the 13th batch of Youth Empowerment Program, and as her sadhana she will be chanting. She is learning right now. So first 8 verses is what we have done. So she will chant 8 verses. You can come face and chant. This side. Camera is there. Ha, bas. You can chant along with her. It's on. Put it on. Ha. Atha trayodayo yaha vibhaga yogaha Arjuna uvacha prakritim purusham chaiva kshetram kshetrajñamevacha etad veditumichhami jnanam jneyam cha keshava Shri Bhagavan uvacha idam shariram kaunteya kshetramityabhidhiyate etadyo vetti tam prahuhu kshetrajña iti tadvidaha chapi mam vidhi sarvakshetreshu bharata kshetrajñayor jnanam yattadjnanam matam mama tatchaitram yaccha yadrikcha yadvikari yatascha yata sajayo yatprabhavascha tatsamasena me shranu rishibhir bahudha gitam छंदोभिर्विविधैः पृथक् ब्रह्मसूत्रपदैश्चैव हेतुमद्भिर्विनिश्चितैः महाभूतान्यहङ्कारः बुद्धिरव्यक्तमेव च इन्द्रियाणि दशैकं च पञ्चचेन्द्रियगोचराः द्वेष सुखम दुःखम संघातश्चेतना धृतिः एतत् क्षेत्रं समासेन सविकारमुदाहृतम् अमानित्वमदम्भित्वम् अहिंसा क्षान्तिरार्जवम् आचार्योपासनं शौचं Stairyam Atma Vinigraha. Very good. So we are seeing in this, Bhagavan described about Kshetra and Kshetrajna. Now to realize the Kshetrajna, what are the qualities that are required so that we can contemplate on the Kshetrajna, and that itself is Gneyam, that is to be known, and that is the Purusha, that is the Supreme Self in us. So the preparation for that is these 20 values. And these 20 values begin from verse 8 and go up to verse 12. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 5 verses give us 20 values. And Bhagavan begins with the first one is amanitvam, is humility. In spiritual path, humility is very, very important because the whole problem is of the ego. The more stronger my ego is, the more stronger body identification, jiva bhav, and the further away I am from the truth. Humility is that which will reduce the ego. Humility is that which will help me to be more loving, compassionate, sensitive, kind. At the same time, humility also is not something where I am taken for granted by everybody. A humble person is also a strong person. Generally, people think a humble person is a weak person. And those who are, asserting power and showing their strength and power and dominating people, or they are very powerful people. Not necessarily. Sometimes that domination is because of weakness, inner insecurity, inner feeling of inadequacy. Then I feel my sense of self-worth and my sense of accomplishment coming by dominating other people, pulling them down, controlling them. I'm not saying everybody who is strong is like that. All I'm saying is the sign of strength is not necessarily that kind of a ego or domination. Humble person also is very strong. And a simple example given for that, 2 simple examples given are what? Like the tongue between the teeth. This example Vibhishanji gives in Tulsi Ramayana when he tells Hanumanji that I am like the tongue between the teeth. So this tongue between the teeth, he gives an example in the context that he is like the, he's a sattvic person staying amidst all the Rakshasas. So he is thinking of himself as a weak person, saying, what can I do? But Hanumanji makes him strong enough to go and tell Ravan what adharma he is doing. So if you see that analogy, tongue between the teeth, our whole life, no doubt we need teeth, but as a person ages, what happens? The teeth will fall, the tongue will remain. Anything gets stuck in the teeth, tongue only is required to clear it up. The tongue is soft, so it survives through the life. Teeth are hard, they will fall. That is one example. Another example is big trees, mighty trees, they'll get uprooted in cyclone. Simple grass which is able to survive. Now the point is, humility is also a great strength. One should never think humility as a weakness. And in spiritual life, why is humility required? Because the lesser my ego is, the greater will be contemplative capacity. The more the ego is, I can't contemplate. My mind will roam in the egoistic thoughts. What did this person do? What did that person do? Why did they behave like this? How should I behave? What are my ambitions? What are my goals? So it will be filled with I. Meditation will not happen. Contemplation cannot happen. So humility is most important. So he starts with amanitvam. We saw last time a few aspects of humility. How we begin every function with a invocation. We bow down to our elders. We revere those who are humble the most. Even the great kings of power, they may be Chakravarti, Samrat, etc. But if Vasishtha Rishi comes, Vamdev Rishi comes, they will get up, they will bow down. Now, one nice video of Gurudev is there on this about touching the feet of elders and doing namaste. A very humorous, nice one. This is from Sadhana Panchakam talks of Gurudev. This is an extract.
Touch the feet of the father. Touch the feet of the mother. Touch the feet of uncle. Namaskar. Why? It's a culture from childhood onwards. Every father and mother makes the child understand. Touch the feet. Do namaskar. This become a part and parcel of our culture. Why should I touch the feet of the elder man? What is there in the feet? Then what will you do? I will shake hands. Every culture has got its own symbols. In the Western world, to come with both hands open. Hi! Great! You have come! I am so glad! This is their method because of the historicity. In the days of the Anglo-Saxon and earlier also, in the Western world, each one met the other only with an idea of killing. Open friendship was unknown to them. Barbarous people. Therefore, when I really want to express to you that I am coming friendly, I have no intention of it, I come with both the hands. No weapons in my hand. Even though no weapon, you don't believe. Maybe I have kept something in my hand. So I give you my hand to check up. And at the same time, I check up your hand also. I'm joking. Shaking hand. And even when you got it, you got a feeling, maybe something inside. I shake your hand, you shake your hand. It's something like now in the airport, whenever you go, there is a man there who embraces you. It is not out of love. He is searching whether you know it. In the beginning, once or twice, I was feeling very ashamed because another man is loving me so much, searching and touching every part of me. I said, yeah. Now only I know that he was searching whether I have got some gun or something. Now in the Middle East, it's not sufficient. You may not carry in the hand, you may not keep it in the sleeves, it may be behind. Therefore they embrace and both of them look. They check up 3 times. In India it is not necessary. Why? We never had such intent. It is a spiritual culture. Love is the core and the only emotion that we had towards others. Therefore, when I met you, I said, Namaste. I need not touch you. I need not shake you. Namaste. Namaste means what? The spark of life in me and the spark of life in you. These two spiritual essences, one and the same. And to that one Almighty Lord, my namaskar. You may be a cheat, you may be living a low, vicious, sensuous life, it doesn't matter. However vulgar you may be, the spark of life in you, you are alive, you are touch of life. The spark of life in you is divine. So that you remember that. I also remember that in a sense we both are one and the same, the divine Lord, expressing through equipments, with that lifted mind, lifted in that devotion to that higher reality, we transact business. Namaste. When I love my father or admire and respect anyone, I admire and respect for one value or the other in which he is standing rooted. I'm not respecting him because he has got a physical body, because I have also a body. I'm not respecting him because of his emotions, because I have also emotions. I'm not respecting him because of his intelligence, because I also have got intelligence. Then what am I respecting him for? Some value or the other in which he is standing rooted. My father, but for his love and consistent service to me, I would not have been what I am. I admire him because I admire this ideal that he has lived. He stood rooted in that idea. Therefore, I respect not his head, but I touch his feet in order to contact that ideal that he stands for.
So, how Gurudev explained about humility here, feet represent the values. And now, some more aspects about how does one cultivate humility. When there is a cause which is dear to me, where I can surrender the ego, the cause is more important than me, then the ego will surrender. Ego requires an altar to surrender. It can be a cause in the world where I can serve, where that service is such that it is not to project one's ego. The service is to humble oneself. It may be to serve Gurudev, it may be to serve the country, serve the culture, whatever, youth, anything. But important is cause is greater than me. If cause is greater than me, no matter what challenges come, I will overcome. Otherwise, little things, one will say, no, I don't want to do any work. Then one is again going back into the shell. So I should identify. Then as we spoke earlier, humility is strength, it is not weakness. Remove the fear of being exploited. Many people can't be humble because they feel if I am humble, I will get exploited. I don't get exploited because I am humble. I get exploited because I am not alert. I get exploited because I do not have a certain type of skill or knowledge. Or I am trapped in my own ego, so I can't see the games that others are playing, if they are playing games. So it is not because I am humble that I got exploited. I got exploited possibly because I did not have the clarity. I did not have knowledge. I did not have a certain empowerment of mind. So people took me for granted. If I am weak, I will get exploited. Humility is not weakness, that's what we have to understand. I have to be strong in the world, yet I can be humble. Because strength comes from that humility. Strength does not come from power, position, etc. Strength comes from a certain inner security, anchoring in the divine, following dharma, values, and all that will be to make me strong. If I am speaking the truth, how can I be a weak person? Think about it. It requires strength to speak the truth. To tell lies is very easy. To manipulate is very easy. And so if I think that, oh, I am a humble person, I am, very dharmic person, I follow values, that is the world today, Swamiji. People who are good, people who follow values, they are exploited only. No, they are not exploited for that. Somewhere there will be an attachment, there will be a weakness, there will be something where that is pulling them down. That is what people exploit. So I have to identify where is my weakness, what is my attachment, where am I lacking knowledge, where am I lacking some skill, where am I lacking even smartness. Humble people are not dumb people, humble people are smart also. If I know, okay, there's a certain area where it is let us say, a certain risky area to go. Now I wear all the jewelry and this and that and go there. And I'll get mugged. People will steal. See, this is the world today. Are you were dumb. Why did you go like that? So where am I weak? Where am I attached? What am I doing where I am not using my intelligence? I have to identify all that. Apart from that, if somebody is exploiting, then there is a fight that one has to put up. So, remove the fear of being exploited. Many people, see now why this is important. If I am not humble, then in the fear of being exploited by others, I am actually exploiting myself only. My ego only is taking me for a ride. I am scared of others taking me for a ride, but my own ego is taking me for a ride. Uska kya? When I am stuck in my own egoistic evaluations, I may end up doing so many wrong things. Pandavas, they did not get scared of being exploited. They were strong people, yet they were humble or not. And yes, Duryodhana, etc., they did what they did to try to kill them, take away their property, misbehave with Draupadi, all that happened. But that happened why? Because of the insecurity of Duryodhana, attachment of Dhritarashtra. Many times people exploit us not because we are weak, because they are weak. Think about that. People exploit, and so did Pandava say, what is the use of following dharma? If I am following dharma, I am only getting exploited. I am not going to follow dharma. And think about Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana. They tried to exploit others. Who got destroyed in that process? They only got destroyed. Who took them for a ride? Their own ego took them for a ride. We saw in the first chapter of the Gita also, no? The Duryodhana was so scared from inside, but he is not even able to ask for guidance from his teacher. Just imagine, humility is required for that also. No? If I go to my teacher and I say, this is my problem, teacher is not going to sit and judge you. Teacher will give a solution, help you out. Now this fellow is having so much of ego, he can't even go and ask. Goes and taunts his teacher and comes back. Arjun is humble enough to say to Bhagwan, sorry, I don't know what is right and wrong, now you please guide me. So Arjun is the example of humility, and so he got knowledge. He came out of the situation. Duryodhana is a symbol of the next value, Dambha. He did not get the knowledge. So humility is required to gain knowledge. Humility is required to acknowledge I have a problem. Humility is required to even find a solution. Humility then is required to follow the instructions. I won't follow anybody's instructions. मैं अपनी मर्जी का मालिक हूँ, तब रहो अपने delusion में. That is how ego takes one for a ride. So more than fear of being exploited by others, we should be actually careful that my own ego should not exploit me. I am getting destroyed by that only. That one has to be clear. Another exercise one can do is, in the macro picture, who are we? Not even a dot. One may have so much big thoughts about I am this, I am that. Surrender to Bhagwan. Rest of it, everything will happen. If a person has this clarity, remember your flaws and know that life is temporary. It is just going to go. Everybody has flaws. If somebody thinks, I don't have any flaw, I am so great, that only is a flaw. Somebody said that, I am very humble person. I don't have any ego. That only is the ego. That's why Gurudev said, humility is a very strange thing. The moment you think you have it, you already lost it. Not that I can't say I am humble or anything like that, but the point is, one can't move around with that kind of a thought process. I am very humble. I also have flaws. Each one has flaws. Each one, if one thinks that way, one will be more compassionate, one will be more kind. Where one has to be firm, one will be firm. But what more than that? Otherwise, one acts out of ego, arrogance, anger, agitation, shouting, abusing, violence. All that is a result of ego. So this we saw, Ramcharitmanas example of the mouth. Now amanitvam, first value we have seen. Then adambhitvam is, dambha means false pride. Second value we were speaking is the adambhitvam. So dambha means false pride. Ano volume thoda ocho karo first. So dambha is false pride, means pretentiousness. First number. Gain ocho karo. Huh. So why do we pretend? So if I don't have some achievement but I show off, I don't have some richness, I show off unnecessarily. I don't have certain qualities, I try to put on a show. Why do we pretend? Because we feel lesser, lack some self-confidence, okay? Insecurities. So sometimes we pretend to fit into a group. No doubt, base will be what you said only. I have to fit into a group, so I will pretend. Even if I don't like to drink, for example. Now everybody in the group is drinking. Now I want to fit in, I will drink. Like that, I don't want to gossip, but all of them have got together and they are gossiping. So now, give in to it. Sometimes one pretends to get attention. I want attention from people. So pretend. Even if I am not feeling any pain, pretend as though I have pain. Even if I am not feeling, miserable, pretend I am miserable. Then attention. Children will do many times, Suddenly they will shout just because they want attention. Nothing is happening to them. To appear to conform to some authority like parents, boss, etc. Authoritative figure is there now, can't go against them. So don't have a value system within strong enough. Then I pretend, okay, I am following what you are saying. To create an image about oneself also, sometimes one can pretend. I am very rich, I am very strong, or I am very powerful, or I am very low, or I am very weak, whatever it may be. Any image I want to create. To become popular, so many people pretend. Instagram and Facebook and social media, so enough and more. Pretend. Who you are and what actually is the thing that you are putting up just for certain image to become popular. Not to feel rejected, similar to that fitting in. To please somebody, specifically do what they want us to do, just to please them. Now, some people do that to please everybody. Everybody has to be happy with me, loving me, nobody should talk bad about me, so one pretends. Now, what is wrong if I pretend? I can get away, no? I can get away, get so many things also going. I can fit into a group, I get approval of people, a certain image is created. Acha hai na? Huh? Won't last long, okay. Lot of energy, effort to be who I am not, as well as the fear of getting exposed, all that. And you won't be happy. That's not who you are.
I will never really know who I am or what I really am.
Correct. So we are always in the fear of being caught. People love us for the fake image and not for who we are. And so even though they love me for a certain thing, the moment they come to know my truth, they will leave. Then there is a heartbreak, then there is a feeling of loneliness, rejection. Makes us slowly lose self-respect and we don't anymore like who we are. Sometimes that pretension is so long, it as though becomes their nature. And who they were, they completely forget. It is tiring because we can't be natural. Fake people can't even be trusted. Trust factor is a big factor.
Swamiji, there is a line like, is it right or wrong? Fake it until you make it.
Fake it until you make it is for what? Is in a context. Only in a context. Meaning, certain things, until you start practice, until you don't practice, you won't see the result. And in the practice, you will get certain obstacles which will make you give it up. So instead of giving it up, you fake that you are enjoying it. You fake that you are good at it. If you tell the mind that way, then the mind will still do. And if it continues to do, it will find the way to overcome it, and then you will make it. So fake it until you make it is only in a certain context. It is not the normal thing to be done. Especially some of these, if I give a simple example, some of the affirmations. Now, what is the affirmation to be done? Affirmation has to be done in a present tense. And you have to visualize what you want to achieve as though you already have got it. Ocho karo, humming is there. So you have to say, I am rich, I am wealthy, I am loved by all. In my mind, I know I am not rich yet. But I have to visualize, I am rich, I am wealthy, I am loved by people, I am popular, I am successful, whatever I want to achieve. Now one part of the buddhi will say, you are not all this, Baba. Why are you faking it? But the other part will say, this is how the mind will function. Because if you visualize this, mind will make that only happen. So till you don't get there, you ensure that you put up this image in your mind, then naturally the corresponding feelings will arise, then it will make you do action, then you will realize when you become rich, then you have made it. So that is the power of the mind. So it is only to be used in a certain context. It cannot be to say that in a relationship I can keep faking. Then that will not last. If you say genuinely, I love you, I really love you, but deep down inside I'm saying, I don't love this fellow at all, it will not work.
Swamiji, that happens in career also. There are a lot of rich people, but they don't think they are rich. They don't feel like they are rich. So according to that feeling, they will attract and manifest everything. Words doesn't matter, like in that way.
But those words will correspondingly generate those feelings. That's the logic there, no? If I keep saying, I am lovable, I am lovable, I am lovable, I am lovable, slowly that words will make me feel I am lovable. Because words have power. And of course, I must want to feel like that. If I don't want to feel at all, I am just doing lip service, then it will not work. If I really want to be lovable, but I have so many, let us say, inhibitions and negative thinking about me, then I don't like myself. Slowly, if I keep saying, it will work. That's something only in a context. It will not work for everything.
I am lovable, you have to do something for people to love like you.
So the mind will start thinking that way, ki what should I do to be lovable? Because otherwise what will happen? What is my thought process otherwise? Nobody likes me. I am so useless. I am not at all likable by anybody. Then I won't even think of what to do to become lovable. I will only think of how to escape from people. That's what my mind will drive me towards, right? So I need to think this. Slowly then the mind will start thinking, okay, I can't just say I am lovable, I should do something. Now what should I do? Then it will start thinking that positive thing. So in certain contexts it will apply. And that's why it should not be taken out of context and then apply anywhere saying ki keep on faking everything and you will make it. वो नहीं होगा. Suppose you don't have a temperament for a certain thing. If you keep saying, suppose you don't have temperament for science. And if you keep saying, I am very good at science, I am very good at science, I am excellent, I am a topper in science. You may struggle hard with it, you may achieve something and better than before, but you won't come to the top because that's not your forte, it's not what you are made for. You are made for, let us say, art or music or dance or whatever, so many fields are there, management. You go into that, you will excel like anything. You don't even have to fake it. So that's what one has to know. In the field where I am, if I am able to if I'm having certain challenges, there I may have to fake sometimes if my mind requires it, not all the time. That's why faking actually is, pretending and faking is not recommended. It is only a stopgap solution from frustrations. Because in frustration, people end up doing many desperate things. Then they regret. Better than that regret is you fake it in your head. At least it will not lead you to some harmful consequence. It applies to any sport you are playing, it applies to any relationship, it applies to study, it applies to money, so many things. Only in a context, remember. So that's why here it is at adambhitvam. Dambha is what you don't even have, you are pretending to have it and then as though showing off. So when caught, nobody likes us anymore. So how to know if I or someone is pretending? The person who is pretending will always focus on what people think rather than who or he or she really is. Will exaggerate, may be extravagant in whatever he or she does, get upset with criticism and can't handle failure at all, gets flattered very easily and wants such people only around, doesn't want, real well-wishers who may even give a certain critical feedback. The sun doesn't need to announce how bright he is, he just silently does his job every day. So people who feel lesser inside, they need to keep on doing all that propaganda. Empty vessels make a lot of noise, but the vessels filled with milk just sit quietly. Now, the point here is what? If somebody is pretending, if one is very clear, alert, from their eyes, from their body language, one will immediately know. Because the body, how much ever you pretend, will give out signs of what is the truth. Some people cannot see that because they are carried away by just the words or something, but otherwise you can see. You can see the eyes, you can see the face, you can see the entire body language. It will give something contrary to what one is speaking, projecting. It will be very evident. If you see some of the spy movies, in that they will teach you how to conform your body language to what you are projecting. Yeah. So that the opponent cannot decipher. So that's a skill. There it is adopted specifically to use for the country or for a particular purpose, where you will train the body also to give the same signal. But in general, the body will express very clearly. So, from the tone, from the voice, from the language, from the eyes, from the face, from the whole movement, no movement, from all that one will identify this is pretension. So, be yourself is the simple motto of right living, Gurudev said. Be yourself doesn't mean that I justify whatever I am doing. You be who you are and keep improving. That's the point. Somebody else said this, just be yourself, let people see the real, imperfect, flawed, quirky, weird, beautiful, magical person that you are. And you can keep improving in that. This is not justification for any violence or any, negative behavior, saying this is who I am, take it or leave it. I am not going to change. It is not that kind of a, obstinacy. This is one nice song, especially, for young people. This is very appealing, nice one.
I just wanna be me. If if I lose a few fringe people that don't love who I am, well, that's a good thing. I'm proud to be who I am, cause that's a good thing. I'm gonna be who I am, that's how I should think. I'd rather walk with the few that love me, the few that want me, for me and who I really am. Won't pretend to fit in just like the sheeps and lambs. Pretend to be who I'm not, don't think I really can. Fit in, I'd rather fit out. No talk, I'd rather stick out. Work hard and let the enemy out. Take charge, putting the enemies down. I'm letting go of all inner doubt, cause we all know that with this life, there's only one shot, you can't live this twice. So I'm letting go of all resistance, cause there's nothing worse than living with a fake existence. Always being someone the world wants me to be. Always doing the things that others wanna see. But that can't be me no more. That just can't be me, no. Now that fake me goes down the drain. I got my watch, it's time for change. And for those who are meant to be, follow me on this journey.
I just wanna be myself. Live a life trapped on a fiddle, yeah. I just wanna be myself. Forever real, never being superficial, yeah. That makes it easy to be, and this I guarantee. To really live your life. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. To really live your life. You only get one shot. You only get one shot.
What's worse than living a lie?
I don't know.
I guess living but not living a life.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Cause life's a gift. I don't wanna waste it. The real me, I'm gonna embrace it. I'm original, no copy and pasting. Feel it inside, we're all creative. I just wanna express myself. I'm not gonna oppress myself no longer. If the others don't like it, well, they are meant to walk with me no longer. But the ones that support, they build me stronger. Not like the ones that abort or leave. I wanna live this life fully. I'm gonna live this life as the truth.
I'd much rather be myself than be another. I am who I am and I know there is no other. I'd much rather be myself than be another. Cause I'm one of one, after me there is no other. So I give hope to myself, I find strength in myself. Don't wanna be no one else, nah. You can't tell me that I'm less, I determine my own wealth, nah. I'm supporting myself, motivating myself, nah. So ask me who I wanna be. I just wanna be myself. Live a life trapped on a fiddle, yeah. I just wanna be myself. Forever real, never being superficial, yeah. That makes it easy to be, and this I guarantee. To really live your life. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. To really live your life. You only get one shot. You only get one shot.
Look, it's time to make the shift. It's time to make that change. It's time to drive in your own lane. New book, time for a new page. New you, even with the old name, cause you gotta love yourself truly. Look deep inside for the inner beauty. And you really owe it to yourself, cause no one will love you if you don't love yourself. Look, you're not a faker, you're a creator. Stand tall like skyscrapers, a risk taker. So don't worry about the haters, cause in a couple years they all rate ya. It's a major key, set yourself free. Get rid of any old mentality, cause you're stronger than you used to be. Take the stage, this is your new me.
I want to tell you this one thing. Be yourself. What does that mean? When you can look in the mirror and know exactly who you are and exactly what you are and appreciate that and love that, that's it. Be yourself. It's your identity. Nurture it. Because it really is the biggest blessing we have.
You only get one shot.
Nice, no? You can search Be Yourself featuring Jones 2.0 and Easy Mills. So the point is what? You get only one shot to live this life. Otherwise you'll keep getting shots. To live this life, there's only one shot. And so why pretend? Be who you are. History is written by people who have asserted who they are, not by people who have pretended. You become achievers only when we believe in ourselves and be who we are. So, Dambha means that. How to just be yourself now. So do what feels natural to you, don't pretend and wear masks. You don't have to conform and fit in, avoid comparisons. These unnecessary comparisons we keep on doing. Tell people what you stand for. For that it has to be clear to you, who you are. Tell people also, make it clear to them. Because sometimes they don't know, so they expect us to conform. But if they know that this is who we are or this is what I stand for, they will change. Sooner or later, they will change if I keep my stand. Always tell the truth. Falsehood, manipulation does not help. Tell the truth. People will build, you will build trust of people on you. Tell the truth, the mind is light. Tell the truth, there is nothing to fear. Don't be afraid to show your flaws. There is nothing wrong. We are growing. Obviously, we don't show to everybody all our flaws, but there is nothing wrong. Like Arjun opened up in front of Krishna Bhagavan. He does not have a fear. Any person like that, you go to the doctor, you open up, saying, this is my problem, these are my symptoms. You say, no, I will not open up then. Intelligently we open up in front of people. Everybody doesn't need to know my flaws, but where I need to show, I need to show. And if they are really close to you, they'll accept you as you are and help also. If they are not, then it becomes evident who is close to you really and who is not. What are they loving you for and what are they, despising. So, don't be afraid to show the flaws and accept that there will be people who don't like you. Why should there be everybody who likes me? And why do I have to pretend to please everybody? I don't have to be a people pleaser at all. I can take efforts to connect to somebody, make them happy, all that. But I don't have to be a people pleaser. So just be yourself. There is so much of freedom in that. Follow your intuition. If I am in touch with my intuition will tell me, do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. Very clearly it will guide. Beyond likes and dislikes, it will guide. Now if I don't like to follow it, then I will not follow. Then I fall in the trap of pretension. Get out of comfort zone for sure. If I have to be who I am, I have to get out of so-called comfort zones of the fitting in trap, popularity trap, praise trap, all that. Those are all comfort zones. One likes. To be who I am, sometimes I have to take decisions which are maybe not very popular with people. Maybe people feel bad about it or they feel disturbed by it. But they have to be taken. Applies to individuals, applies to families, communities, everyone. Dhritarashtra should have taken the decision saying that there is no need of war. Duryodhan, give the kingdom to Pandavas. Duryodhan would have thrown some tantrums. At least he would have been alive. His 100 sons would have been alive. Now just to please him, he didn't do his duty as a king. All of them died. So one has to get out of comfort zone. If I have to be who I am, do what you really love and love what you do. Don't ever give up on this. So this is Amanitvam and Adambhitvam. We'll end with this quote. One who knows others is learned, one who knows oneself is wise. More important than knowing things around you is to know about you. Who are you? What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What are my, what they call nowadays in management, SWOT. Not nowadays, long back it is old one. Strength, weakness, opportunities and threats. I have to know. In that, what are my goals, everything. Who I am as a person. If I know that, I am comfortable with that, I can keep improving wherever I want to. Life is that simple. We make it very, very complicated. In spiritual path, what is the harm of dambha? Ego itself, which is an entity, which is unreal, we are trying to give up that to realize the truth. This dambha is one level below. It is false ego, false pretension. I have to get out of that state. A person who pretends will never be able to discover the truth, because truth is in the moment. Truth is here and now. Pretension is in the past, future. Pretension is taking me away from who I am, even as an individual. How will I give up that individuality? If somebody says I have to give up ego only, whether I give up false ego or I give up the relative identity ego, what is the difference? The difference is false ego, the burden can be reduced, the weight of it can be reduced. That is humility. The real identity of mine. With false ego, which is this projection I am doing, dambha, it has a lot of baggage. That is not easy to give up. So, amanitvam, adambhitvam. Third quality is ahimsa. That we will see next class. So, we thank all the Yajamans. So all the Mukhya Yajamans for the whole series, Tarana ji, Parag Wagh, Vandana ji, Bharat ji, Kalpana Morparia ji, Deepika Bakshi ji. Aarti Yajman for all sessions. So Hemant ji, Jyotsna ji, Chitra ji, Ajay ji, Rajan ji, Ajay ji, Swati ji, Nalini ji, Jayashri ji, Nandita ji, Vaishali ji, Vijaya ji, Deepti ji, and Manjari ji. Swati ji, you are here, you can come to the Aarti. The Yajman for Dainik Yajman for today is Shweta Shah, Leela Ramani ji and Preeti ji. And Aarti Yajman for today, Mala Lentin ji. So we invoke God's grace, Gurudev's blessings on all the Yajmans, their families, and everyone present here. May Bhagwan bless us with these qualities of humility, of non-pretentiousness, and all the other 18 qualities, and make us ready for contemplation to realize the self, to realize the Kshetrajna.
जय जय भगवद गीते मैया जय भगवद गीते हरि कमल विहारिणि सुंदर सुपुनीते ओम जय भगवद गीते कर्म सुमर्म प्रकाशिनी कामा शक्ति हरा तत्व ज्ञान विकासिनी विद्या ब्रह्म परा ओम जय भगवद गीते निश्चल भक्ति विधायिनी निर्मल मलहारी शरण रहस्य प्रदायिनी सब विधि सुखकारी ओम जय भगवद तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकं नेमा विद्युतो भाति उतोऽयमग्नि तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं विभाति। नाथ महाराज की जय। श्री कृष्ण भगवान की जय। राम मैया की जय। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः।